Ladies and gentlemen, you do not have to watch this segment, okay? You can go to joebiden.com, donate some money, or you can buy a tote bag, or a yard sign, or a shirt, or a dog collar on joebiden.com, none of which will have the word president or the year 2020, but that's another story. If you continue with this segment, that means that you are interested in it's going to be the biggest political call of all time made by yours truly. Pelosi says Biden shouldn't debate Trump. I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him. Hillary Clinton is the only chance they have to debate Trump, to defeat the president, to get even close enough to where they could cheat. Okay? There's no chance that Biden even gets close enough to where they pull an Iowa or an Iowa in 2020 with an app that's linked to former Clinton campaign people, or a 2016 where Debbie Wasserman Schultz was forced to resign in disgrace. You have a situation, ladies and gentlemen, where Democrats are known for cheating. They're cheaters. And the media fact checkers are just apoplectic and fanatical and hysterical when it comes to Trump and hyperbole or anything that's not 100% accurate. Like, there's no room for even opinion or hyperbole when President Trump speaks, and there's no room to suggest suspicion. So Trump's emotions are now critiqued to the emotions or the sentiments of President Trump or people supporting and voting for President Trump are now subject to fact checks. We'll get to that in a moment. Hillary Clinton is the only chance they have. I have been saying this forever. In 2016, in the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon, I said Clinton couldn't win. She would lose swing states. In 2015, NPR quoted me below. Look at the quote. Look at the article below. I'm not on social media. If you see anyone impersonating me, they're breaking the law. Please report them to Twitter. But if you're on social media still, and I suggest you just delete the accounts or don't visit them for the next couple of months, because it's we haven't even started the election season yet. Really, we haven't. Who knows where Biden is, whether he's in his basement? It doesn't matter. Does anyone truly believe? I'm asking you, ladies and gentlemen, do you truly believe that Democrats are behind Biden? I don't care about the Zoom meeting nomination. And I don't care how it happens, whether it's simply a meeting from DNC Chairman Tom Perez saying, look, you know what? Hillary Clinton does better among Black and Latino voters. She does better in terms of enthusiasm. She does better in terms of young people. This is according to the polls. Biden is underperforming Clinton in swing states currently, and he's tied with President Trump in like 15 battleground states. And now you have Nancy Pelosi saying, because they're petrified, I wouldn't legitimize a conversation with him. Pelosi says Biden shouldn't debate Trump. It is not the. Then Pelosi wants no debates. Wall Street Journal. Then you have CNN saying there has to be a live, a live fact checking organization. Like when Trump opens his mouth, all you'll hear like on the below. It's like false. This is false. It is not the job. It is only the job of the person, of two people debating one another, to fact check each other during the debate. And it is the job of the electorate to find the truth. It is not the job or the responsibility of a CNN or a Fox anchor to spoon-feed reality. It's okay, the left has like the lowest view of the American public because the country elected President Trump. Okay, I knew when I voted for Jill Stein that it would help President Trump. A protest vote is a vote for a reason. When I was on the left, it was like a protest vote. But you know what? If I could go back in time, I'd vote for President Trump. First president to step foot in North Korea. like I always say on this channel, go look. He has allocated more funding to historically black colleges and universities than any other president, including President Obama in his first 4 years. Signed the First Step Act, which is prison reform legislation. How on earth is he an authoritarian or a despot? And this is why the left is composed of Democrats, of the biggest imbeciles and fools on the planet. How on earth is he a racist, despot, authoritarian monster if he signs legislation? He could have vetoed the First Step Act. Why didn't he if he's such a racist? You have no answer for that, right, Democrats? But despots and authoritarian strongmen are not known for prison reform, nor are they known for removing soldiers and reducing a military footprint in other countries. They're known for regime changes and locking up people. Oh, that's right, the Clintons and President Obama and the Bushes. Oh, that's right. Or Bush, George W. Bush. So, anyway, getting back to this, you see this now. They don't want Biden debating President Trump. This is slowly leading to the biggest political call of all time. And if I don't make the biggest political call of all time, because it's only one person who's been saying this since 2017, it's only one person who's been saying this since 2017, and that's been me. And you can, like I said, go ahead and share my article in the Huffington Post. If it's not Clinton versus Trump in the debates and on that ballot, Democrats lose miserably. Nobody views Biden as a viable candidate. The only people who view Biden as a viable candidate are people who truly believe that the Democratic Party runs on meritocracy. That's a relatively small number of Americans. There are probably 20 to 30, maybe 40 million people who truly believe that the Democratic Party is run on meritocracy and that the Democratic Party really just, they nominated Joe Biden because he was the best they have. And people in Wisconsin and Illinois and Arizona and Florida, but in Wisconsin, voted against Medicare for All in the rain. Democrats in general don't want Bernie Sanders. They never wanted Bernie Sanders. Bernie Sanders is a Green Party candidate. He should have joined the Green Party, which thank God he didn't, because I would have gone with him. And millions of people would have as well. But if you really want Medicare for All or universal basic income, you will never get that from the Democratic Party. The only way you could possibly get that is build the Green Party and then use the leverage of Democrats losing every election because of the Green Party until they acquiesce to left-leaning voters. But again, that's who cares what? Who cares? I've been the only person, ladies and gentlemen, and I'll give a shout out to X22 Report because they've been talking about it recently. So shout out to them. But I'm the only person, ladies and gentlemen, in all of YouTube, and I'm the only person in media to write an article in 2017, Hillary Clinton 2020 is a reality, get ready for 8 years of Trump. And we're seeing it take place. It's like slow motion. It's like slow motion, ladies and gentlemen. And they cannot have Biden in a debate. They can't prop up this man any longer. Did you hear him say anything? Has he answered anyone's questions from the media since his 20-minute nomination speech? Where is this man? Is he running for president? Have you heard Kamala Harris? Have you heard them say anything since the DNC nomination? They know that Clinton is the only chance they have against President Trump. They know that Clinton can debate President Trump. President Trump's going to defeat Clinton also. They cannot defeat Trump because they spent 4 years doing everything possible to elevate him yet again. They elevated Trump in 2016. That's their own emails that they wrote. The Russians didn't write those emails. Their brilliant campaign strategist said elevate Trump, and I think it was Ted Cruz and Ben Carson. But they've been elevating Trump by retweeting the venom and vitriol. They have reelected Trump with the most absurd. Anyone who told you that Trump worked with Trump tried to strong arm President Zelensky of Ukraine, who, by the way, President Zelensky and President Poroshenko, his predecessor, both stated that President Trump never used any leverage to push an investigation. So there should never have been an impeachment, and there should never have been a Mueller probe because of Comey's disgruntled memos that he wrote on a napkin or whatever that he printed out on a government computer. Sessions was the worst attorney general we've ever had. He basically was a Democrat. That's not really hyperbole. Without Sessions, you don't have... he didn't even fight. He was like, oh my goodness, what's going on? Oh yeah, that's right. I recused myself, and what can I tell you, Trumpy? I'm sorry. They got the goods on me. Al Franken made me say that I didn't speak to Sergei Kislyak. So do what you want to do with them, Democrats. 3 years of a Mueller probe and get everybody around him indicted on process crimes, and Kevin Kleinsmith eventually will get indicted himself. But you know what? As long as I can save my rear end. He didn't even put up, the Keebler elf didn't even put up a fight. He could have been like, nah, you're not going to do it. Like William Barr would have been like, you're not going to have I don't see the utility in a special counsel that is predicated upon opposition research that was purchased by Madam Secretary. So why don't you shove any inclination or hope that you have for a special counsel to torment the president up your rear ends? William Barr would have said, no way. Anyway, look. Look at the past 4 years of U.S. history. It's all predicated upon doing to Trump what Bill Clinton experienced, an impeachment because he actually committed crimes. They didn't impeach President Trump on any crime. Anyone who told you that Trump was impeached because he was trying to interfere in the election is the biggest imbecile on the planet. Bill Clinton was impeached because he broke legal statutes. He committed crimes. Perjury is a crime. Now you can say, well, it was just the Oval. Oh my goodness, it was just the Oval Office. Come on, everybody has, it was just a little hanky panky. By the way, I have an amazing live stream every evening at like 9 p.m. So be here. It reached over close to 800 live viewers last night. I do better than Joe Biden's live streams in the evening. It's not hyperbole there. For a couple of those live streams, didn't reach 800 people. But ladies and gentlemen, be here on every evening at 9 p.m. Pacific. I have an amazing live stream every evening, and I have a great segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel about Rand Paul. Of course, he was attacked, and that's just horrendous. Or they tried to attack him in D.C. So God bless him and his wife, and just unbelievable. But which makes me ask the question: where are the left-leaning YouTubers? Why don't they go to Wisconsin? And why aren't they on the ground in Wisconsin or Minnesota or Georgia? Why haven't they been on the ground during these very peaceful events? I'm wondering why. You figure, like, one channel got 20 million in venture capital. Then they had fundraising, and this was for reporting, on the ground reporting, I thought. So why don't they go, like, where's your favorite left-leaning pundit interviewing people at these peaceful events in Wisconsin or Minnesota or Portland or Seattle or Oregon or Washington? Where are your favorite left-leaning pundits? Why don't they go visit these places? They're very peaceful. Oh, that's right. They fear for their lives. Anyway, Clinton is going to be the nominee on the ballot at the debates eventually because she's the only chance they have. And I'm saying this now. In 2016, I told everyone through the Hill, the Huffington Post, and Salon, and editors gave a stamp of approval, and the people who ran those publications gave a stamp of approval for all my writing, helped my writing go viral, and I had like hundreds of thousands of people per article sharing the article, and that was in large part because the editors there and the publications, either some people agreed with my writing or they just felt that my writing was good enough or addressed a viewpoint that a lot of people didn't have, or a lot of the mainstream didn't have at the time. Anyway, the point is, I'm telling you, this year, Democrats, unlike 2016, the only chance they have is with Hillary Clinton. She will lose again to President Trump. I actually, deep down inside, almost want to be wrong because Biden would be such a beautiful... I wouldn't even be fearful as a Trump supporter. I wouldn't even be anxious. I am actually anxious because I do believe that Clinton can win, and Hillary Clinton is the only chance they have. And when it gets to November 3rd, she can win. If President Trump falls for any traps, there's a chance that she could win. There's zero chance Biden can win. So I called the 2016 election. I'm telling you, there's zero chance Biden can win. But they don't even want Biden to debate President Trump. So that should tell you they're petrified, but that should also tell you that there's a plan B, which is really a plan A. Clinton's going to be nominee, ladies and gentlemen, eventually after this Zoom meeting nomination is transferred to its rightful owner. And Clinton will be on that debate stage or the virtual debate or whatever. Who knows how they do it? But it's not going to be Botox Biden. They're not going to have Trump versus the exhumed body known as Biden. So even when Nancy Pelosi is stating, because if you don't have a debate, you lose the election like instantly. Americans of all backgrounds, it doesn't matter who you are in America, nobody in this country likes somebody who backs off from a challenge. I don't think anybody in any country, but especially the United States. You back off from a challenge because that's how AOC won. Crowley didn't debate her. One of the big reasons. So they're not going to run from the debates. And there's not going to be like, if they say, oh, well, we need, instant fact checking. It's like, you know what? The American electorate can decipher the truth. Ideas are winning ideas or ideas that resonate with people are ones that are logical and reasonable and rooted in reality, not emotion. So there's a difference between fact-checking Trump's hyperbole or sentiments and saying categorically, he lied. Okay, you can look at President Obama's address to the nation when he intervened in Libya, or you can look at Joe Biden's acceptance speech, and you could tear apart those documents, and you could fact-check those documents saying, well, that didn't happen, that's not true, that wasn't the motivation, oh, that sentiment is off, the reality is this. You can do the same things to them that they do to Trump. You want to say Trump lied 20,000 times? You could multiply that times 2. Was the water safe to drink in Flint, Michigan? No. We can go on forever. Did he bring peace to Libya? No. Caused it to become a failed state. So anyway, give me your thoughts below. Be here at 9 p.m. Pacific time on this channel. I have the best late evening live stream for politics. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below. It's happening, people. It's even difficult for me to wrap my mind around this, but it's happening. And I will have made the biggest political call of all time. The only chance they have is Hillary Clinton, and I called this in 2017. Clinton will be on that debate stage or cyber stage or whatever, and she'll be across that ballot from President Trump, and President Trump will win again. Give me your thoughts below. Thank you so very, very much. Subscribe right now. I have a great segment on H.A. Goodman's other channel, and if you want to support my voice long term, H.A. Goodman's other channel, the link is below. If you want to support my voice long term, my Patreon is below. And, that's right. Give me your email address if you want to be part of a newsletter. It's contactgoodman78@gmail.com. Thank you.